What is going on, chat? Brutal day, I cannot lie. Two trades. This one stopped out for a continuation, then got a re-entry on the same idea, and I got break even. So, pretty brutal. First of all, P&L. This is 4 accounts right here. It was on 5, but one of them got blown. It was my funded, and I'm not gonna lie, when I requested a payout, it left me with like $100 buffer, so I already had like no breathing room. Then I took a win, so I'm like, okay, I'm up. Then I took a loss, so I'm like, all right, back to the $100 breathing room. Then I took another loss, so it is blown. But it is okay. This is part of trading. Pay has also been terrible, so less good trades have been presenting. So yeah, all right. But yeah, still up overall in these evals as you can see. Other than this one, this one's like fresh. But I'm about to cop another one. Thinking about copying like even more, so like 10 accounts, because that'd be pretty lit. But yeah, we will see. All right, so coming into the day, we have just been dumping. Like yesterday, super bearish. Today, I wanted to be bearish as well. So let's go to um, right before market open. Let's see. Where's the replay button? There it is. Here. All right. So pre-market, wanted to see a patty swing because we had all this accumulation, but then 9:22 we just started dumping and playing out that idea before market even opened. So that was a little unfortunate because I wanted to see a nice PO3 there. Ended up playing out, just not after 9:30. As well as having this 2 hour gap above and this LR. I wanted ideally to come up here on open to go down, but let me show y'all some. It was not needed because ES had created an SMT, so it was not completely necessary. And then as well, this 2 hour gap does not need to get tapped into because as you can see right here, we have this 1 hour gap and this is somewhat a protected high. So, well, we also have this SMT. So yeah. All right, and then we have pretty much LR below, and my main draw was this low, which was low of May, which ended up getting tapped. So yeah. Market opens and don't really get anything off open. What we could have had, which was, I knew this was going to play out, we open, go up, tap into this 3 minute. Since all these highs are protected, we don't need to see them get tapped into. And then this 1 minute close could have entered, not really. This would be a super discretionary trade. I kind of expected this to play out, but can't really take that because if I lost, I'd be pissed off because like what the hell even is that? But yeah, ended up just dumping to Asia low with not really. This was another potential entry right here. We have this 3 minute gap we retrace into, have a little bit of accumulation, then just changing the state. I was really thinking about limit ordering right here, which is actually kind of funny. I was going to limit order just like that, and if I did, that would have been a hell of a trade, bro. But did not do that. So we move on. Now looking at the 4 hour, super bearish. We open high, so obviously we're gonna close lower towards our draws. The 1 hour, super bearish, just dumping straight towards the draws, closing below all these candles. Yeah, so my trades were a little later in the session. Right here, start to get a pullback. Opened up that 5 minute, and I think a 15. No, just the 5 minute. We open up the 5 minute, tap into it, and then we eventually get the inverse. Now I knew I was being a little risky just because it took 5 candles to close through that, but I didn't really mind with the fact being that we were so close to this draw, which was a 4 hour intermediate low, and ES was super close to the low of all this LR. So I really saw no reason for price to go back up, especially after tapping into this 5 minute. But we ended up getting stopped out. Now, why did I not go break even here? Because one, I feel like that's just too mechanical. Like, there's really no reason for price to reverse there. It's really just a random low, so I did not go break even there. Took that loss. Okay, not terrible. Still somewhat follow my rules. And then we come up here. We don't exactly sweep this high. There at C, we have a 15-minute gap right here, but we never go into it. So why was I okay taking this trade? Because ES went into the 15-minute gap and created an SMT. So, therefore, I was okay with entering this trade. We had really, really, really nice displacement through this 1 minute fair value gap. And we also had this 2 minute gap below with this like intermediate low pretty much. So normally I wouldn't have gone break even there because it's a little like random. I really wanted to go break even right here, but as the trade played out, I was kind of getting in my own head. Not like getting in my head, but I was like, okay, this is playing out pretty nice. It's displacing really clean. I think we're just going to dump straight to at least this low, which was like TP1 pretty much. So I went break even, with also the fact being that we were inside of this 2 minute gap, because I didn't want to see price come up. You know, like, we very well could have just respected this 2 minute. So I ended up going break even there. Probably should not have. Probably should have waited for this low, because I got break even genuinely to the tick, and then right after that just displace straight down. This also could have been a break even. After we come up, trace into this 1 minute gap, respect it, and come down, take this internal low. That's also a good break even spot. So either way, whether you go break even here or here, both play out really well. Now I should have taken this trade for a smaller move, because I was originally targeting almost 200 points, and I low-key never do that, so that's a little OD. And I could have had my stop even to that candle low just because there was such good displacement, and then obviously could have not gone break even there, could have went break even here or here, and that trade would have played out. Now, can't complain. Still overall not a bad day. Obviously I took a loss, but it is part of trading. Accept a loss. I don't see this as a revenge trade. I see this as a very valid re-entry. And yeah, just unfortunately got break even on that. I'm just happy I'm able to control myself and not crash out after that, because I know a lot of y'all, not coming at y'all, but alright, maybe not y'all, but I know a lot of people that would crash out seeing this. I probably would have if it was me, like when I was newer to trading. But yeah, controlling yourself is very important and a big part of trading, as you all know. So yeah, pretty unfortunate, but I'm gonna go cop some more evals and start risking heavier on them so I can get past, and then trade times 5 to 10 fundeds, which would be lit. But yeah, for now, took that loss today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.